Welcome to the Tha Motiv8tors podcast, where we hustle, motivate, and inspire. And we got an awesome guest today. We got Miss Juwanna Colbert. She's running for council, city council, for District 5.
District 5.
And we want to make sure that we spotlight her and get behind her and let her know that we support her and just get to know her. So can you tell everybody where you're from?
Number one, I really appreciate you having me on the show, and thank you for taking the time to allow me to get my platform out and hear from me directly, because there's a lot of things out there, misnomers sometimes when people don't know, then they make things up, right? So thank you for that.
Definitely.
But my name is Juwanna Colbert, and I am running for City Council District 5. This is a special election.
Wow.
That means it's not a regular election time. And unfortunately, the reason that we have this is because the councilwoman passed away. No one prepared for that, and rest her soul. She was a great woman. I met her and knew her. We weren't friends or anything, but that is the reason that it's a special election.
Wow.
And what that means is that typically voter turnout for special elections are much less. Even though local elections, there should really be more people turning out. Because local government really affects your day-to-day lives. Like when you see potholes out there, when funds are being diverted for housing, when transportation things, those are things that you see, lights, infrastructure. Those are things that affect your everyday life, but people typically only vote when it's election for the president. But local government really affects your daily life more than federal. So that's something that I really want to preach the next couple days, or excuse me, a couple months. Because the election is September 9th. And early voting is September 4th through 7th, which...
Talk about it.
I'm a proponent of voting early. Because we never know what can happen a day of. We can get a flat tire. We can not have a babysitter. We can not feel well. So why would you wait to that very day to vote when you don't know? You want your vote to count. So I encourage early voting.
Let's talk about it. And, let's try to get this out in the next 30 minutes to an hour and figure out how we can get in front of it. God bless her soul. We didn't intend for things like this to happen, but God moves in mysterious ways.
That's
and
true.
I think you're ready, and I know you're ready, and I think you understand what you're about to step into for the city of Tampa. I'm not a Tampa native. I'm from Long Beach, California, born and raised.
That's okay.
I came here via military, but I know Tampa needs you. I know Tampa needs someone like you to understand. I know what you have done in the real estate game, but I know now what you're about to do in the politics, and understand that they're going to get behind you because you look like them. You understand them. You feel us. It's not nobody that's trying to get into a sector where you're just trying to get points up. No, you really care for these people. So let's talk about that.
I love that. And it's almost like I need you in the morning giving me motivation.
Let's do it.
Because I'm really positive most days, but sometimes you just you get a little down because you're not liking what you hear about yourself that you know is not true. And I think the important thing is that City Council has 7 people on the council. Our community, District 5, is so diverse that I think we need a diverse City Council. Why would we have someone or a group of people representing us that's not really us?
Who don't know us, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And not saying that they don't care or they're not about their community, but I think we need diversity in terms of gender, age, and ethnicity. That's our community. And so to have someone up there that doesn't represent the whole community, I think that would be a tragedy for our community. So that is the reason why I think upcoming is so important, and particularly for young people. Young people a lot of times don't exercise their right to vote. But then you're the people, young people are the one that's utilizing the services of the community. You're driving, you're taking, the little scooters now are more popular, You care about, I was doing a forum with some teenagers, and the young lady was like, well, what about potholes? That was a concern for her. She said, every time my parents and I go out, there's potholes. And I keep using that example because that's something that you see every day. And we're about to come up on hurricane season. This is hurricane season, right? We already had Milton, we already had Helena, and there was a lot of people affected by that they haven't been able to recover. And so we want to be more proactive. And I want to go back to young people voting. It is important because they are a part of the community as well. It's not just for older people. It's not just for people to go to church. It's not just for business people. Voting is for everyone. And that's the message that I want to send out.
And young people, while you listening and tuning in, like, I need you to get behind this situation and understand that if we are wanting a change, you're going to have to put your best foot forward. And why not put your vote as someone that looks and understands like this, right? So Absolutely. She is the community, and we're getting behind it as the Hood Motivator podcast. And I'm a Sigma man, and our guys, our fraternity will be in town the next week. So we want to be able to, I had my ear to the streets, and I heard that they wanted to give you a Better Business Award, but they couldn't get in contact with you. Yeah. But I want to be able to freely put that communication in and try to see if we can do that for you, because I saw what you're doing on social media and I see what you're doing in real life, and it matches up, right? So you meet people sometimes, and sometimes on this phone, they're way different in person. So true. And it downsizes, because it's like, wow, like I really thought you was the person I needed to get me through that loop. But you're not even that. No. You're capping. You're not capping, because I've been around you and I've been in your space.
I will say too that, and I'm not a career politician, right? So a lot of this is new for me. I know business. I know economic development. I know my community. I come from the hood. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio.
Let's talk about it.
And I think that some people feel like because I got an education, because I moved to increase my job, you know, I got promotions to move, that I don't relate to our community, but that's not true. My mother retired from the post office. I had my son when I was 17 years old. I went through school on my own. I used down payment assistance for my first home. And that is what I think about on a daily basis. How am I going to help my community who are in the same position as I was? And then how do I get better? I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I still feel like I bring value to the community, and I can help lift this person up, this person up. I can truly hear from the community. I went to visit a store in Port of Tampa. This business owner has been there 13 years. And I said, has anyone from local government ever come visit you to thank you for, investing in the community? He said, no. No, I spoke to the owner. No one had ever come to visit him. And hopefully, everything was okay. He didn't have any complaints. But the fact is, when people invest into their community, we should be supportive of them. And that's what I truly feel.
And I love that too, because we should all be able to understand our community first. Don't run for the community if you don't understand that community, right? And people use the rhetoric in a different way. Like I call myself the Hood Motivator, but I'm very much educated because I want to be, right? And they preach education and saying that African Americans, we shouldn't study the Western education or the Western law or medicine, and I think that's bias. I think that we should get as much as we can get, because 400 years ago we wasn't able to read or write. We wasn't even able to even tell our story. So now, just a person like you running for city council and being over the district of Tampa and city in District 5, it's a monumental explosion that's about to happen.
It is.
And we're going to get behind you. That's why I wanted to spotlight you. And God said, hey, you know what? Call her up. Let's figure this thing out. And we got in contact. You got in contact with my assistant, and we figured this thing out. And we want to be able to, they say, you know what? Let's stand together. And I would love when you go to these B2B business, because I was an entrepreneur, I would love to be right next to you to visit these businesses and give them a little motivation and tell them, let's keep going. Like, we love the neighborhoods. We love the community. And I know you do too. Let's talk about the love for the community that you have.
So before this, I have always had love for the community. I'm on the Affordable Housing Committee.
I heard about that.
Again, affordable housing is a passion of mine, because I think if we don't have a place to live that truly minimizes and decreases our quality of life. And so I'm passionate about that. And then I was on the East Tampa Business Civic Association board. I volunteer my time to help people when they need to understand how to buy a home, the process, your credit, what income you have to have, and what down payment assistance opportunities are there for you. So that's something I've been doing for years, right? That's nothing new. I'm a certified agent that is approved by the city of Tampa to work with down payment assistance recipients.
Talk about it.
And because there are funds out there that people have to know that they are eligible for when they are purchasing a home. I think back to being a single mother, right? I worked, I went to school, I was a responsible person, but it was still hard for me to save enough money to put a down payment onto a home. So for a home. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, right? It's not that you don't make the money, it's that you're spending the money because you have to live.
Right, you got to live.
So you're paying for regular, you things that you need, housing, food, gas, all of those things. So it's hard to save money.
Right.
And so I think those down payment assistance opportunities are very helpful to really change the trajectory of someone's family.
Okay.
When you have a place to live that you can pass down to someone else,
right.
that says a lot. That's how so many people are able to access funds to send their child to college. Right. They're able to leverage the equity in their home to do other things, start right. businesses. So why would we not take advantage of purchasing a home?
Right.
And that's what I feel.
And I love that too, because you have all the knowledge, right? You meet some realtors that only know a little bit about selling homes,
yeah.
but you have the wealth of knowledge that if I can't help you do this, I can help you do this. Matter of fact, I can do a whole package for you yeah. and get you situated for it. Because there are people that a lot of times the reason why people are not buying homes or real estate is because of the down payment.
Yeah.
$15,000, $20,000, $25,000. I'm a veteran, so my down payment was free.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's not a lot of people that wasn't veterans. So what do you do to the people that didn't serve? They deserve homes too, right? So let's advocate for them too. So now you have that knowledge and you're certified to help them get over that hump and say, hey, you too can own a home in this community.
Absolutely. And that's one component. So we talk about housing, but then there's jobs, right? That's another component. We should be creating jobs in our communities. District 5 is very diverse. You have Water Street. Obviously, from the looks of it, it's doing great. Right. So a lot of investment has gone into Water Street. Then you have Seminole Heights. Then you have Ybor. Then you have Sulphur Springs. Right. Then you have Palmetto Beach. The district is so big that we can't just say this is only one area we're going to invest in. Right. All of it deserves investment. Right. And we can't say, oh, this area is more important or these sets of people are more important than this other area. And I think that's important for us to remember that there's no one area that's more important. We have the port. Right. We need police. We need firefighters. Right. We need transportation. We need all of the services that people have to utilize and take advantage of or need when they live in a community. And all of that is going on, right? City council is making decisions on all of those things. The mayor is making decisions on all of those things. So we need someone there that thinks about it and represents our whole community holistically. And like that's that. What I would like to do.
Holistically is something that I do in my life daily, right? Giving me organic. So what you're saying is giving the community back organic information so they know how to even run their community, right?
You know what? You hit a nerve there when you say, because I'm shocked. Again, I'm not a career politician. Right. I was shocked at how much money they said I need to raise in order to be able to market to potential voters. Let's pause there.
Okay.
Because again, if we need to, we should be fiscally responsible. Why is it that I have to spend so much money on marketing to voters? Our community should want to get out to vote. I shouldn't have to waste money on print materials that most likely someone's going to throw away. Right. And to me, that bothers me a little bit because yes, I know I have to pay my campaign consultant, my treasurer, some marketing things, but in order to, I shouldn't have to raise that much money in order to be able to represent my community. Right. So I kind of struggle with that.
Right.
But I know it's needed because if I want to get to the masses, that's what it's going to take. Right. So I am in fundraising mode. But you struck a nerve because I was shocked at the amount of money that I needed to raise.
Right. And I know you don't want to talk about it, but I believe that, understanding what you have to do and getting to it. I think this is one of the first steps, right? Getting in front of it, letting myself, that's someone that's grew up in the hood, understand and try to make rhetoric a good positive rhetoric so these people can get behind you and see who they voting for and understand and see your personality and get the love, the smile that you have and say, you know what? Hey, not only do I have a beautiful smile, but I get to work. Yeah. Because I saw you get to work with the real estate game. I know that. I hear your name in rooms like, hey, she's a powerhouse. So at the end of the day, that's what's going to triculate to what you have going on as a councilwoman. And I'm so proud of you. And I know that you have a lot going on. But before the show ends or we continue, I just want to tell you from one person to the next, a black man to a black woman, I'm proud of you. And do not stop. Thank you. Do not give up. Do not take anything lightly. Let the people come and let them see who you really are and take it right now. Take it. Breathe it all in. Don't let it go by fast. breathe it, because how many council people do you know that's doing that? You are one of a million that's doing it, that's look like you, that understands it. So take it, and God has a plan for you, and don't give up. And I believe the plan is for you to take over District 5 and run it and move on to be something bigger than that too.
I appreciate that, and I receive that.
No, receive it. Let's go. This is why we do what we do.
That.
Because my podcast motivates and inspires and uplifts. We all come from humble beginnings.
We
all been through situations where it's like, man, this might be it. But you know what I'm saying? Not to get into my story, but I'm happy where I'm at now, because if I didn't go through that trial and tribulation, I wouldn't be sitting in the seat.
That's true. That's a testimony.
Right.
And I think that's what makes us who we are, and allows us to pour into other people too.
Right. Yeah, and that's why we're doing it. Let's pour. I came with my cup empty, so you can pour into what I have going on too. So I appreciate it, because I know you're busy. You got to go on to your next situation. But let's talk some more. Okay. Let's talk about the school districts in District 5.
So the schools, actually, we have a lot of schools in District 5. Some of them, I actually just received a message from someone who's doing some development of some schools, and they want to bring in more minority contractors and suppliers to help with the redevelopment of 2 schools. So that's important to me as well, because I know as minorities, we feel like we don't always have the same opportunities. We don't always have our capital investment, right? We don't always have the backing or the credit. We may have the business, right? But we don't get the opportunity to compete for a lot of these things that other people get to compete for. So that's important. That's important to our community and for all of us, and that's important to me. And so when you said schools, I thought about that. But I think in terms of schools too, that we need to understand that every child is not going to go to college. So what trade schools are we going to make sure that we have? Well, how are we going to create a pathway that allows students to still have a quality of life where they can make money? Again, I told you my mom retired from the post office. My aunts and uncles, most of them retired from GM. And so those are blue collar jobs. I was the first one in my family to go to college. And that was with a child. So I struggled, but I knew that that's what I wanted to do. There's other paths, right? There's other successful paths that people can take that does not necessarily mean college. But if you want to go to college, you should have that opportunity. If you want to go to a trade school, you should have that opportunity. If you just want to go work, you should have that opportunity.
Exactly.
And I think we just have to recognize that and not try to put every child on the same track. And that's important.
Give them options, right? I said that all the time. I said, either you graduate from high school and you go to college, or you graduate from high school, go to the military, or you graduate from high school and get a trade. Trade, and right now, if you look at the statistics, getting a trade, a plumber, electrician, all these things are making 6-figure jobs.
Money.
And they need them. Why do we get away from that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how did we get away from that, but that is the bread and butter. Back in the day, it was building the railroads. That was a trade. It was a skyscraper. Building, you know what I'm saying? That was a trade. Let's get back to being a welder, a plumber, mason, all these things get your hands wet. Let's get out there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think the kids know the trade school. So I think we need to show them what it is and what it looks like too.
Construction.
Construction.
Even, even gaming is a thing, right? Why would we discourage someone that's really good at that to not explore that? I think it's all needed.
All this is needed. And I tell the kids all the time, because I go speak to a lot of kids. I'm a motivational speaker. I speak to a lot of genres, but I let them know, I said, just do something. Do not pause. Do something. Just get out the house. Even I tell my veterans, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of veterans in District 5. Do something. After the military, you were great, but that don't correlate to civilian life. So what are you doing now? How are you affecting the community? How are you giving back? And always, I tell people, District 5, you have to give back to each other, because it's reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? We can't wait for someone to come save the day. You got to save it yourself.
That's
you got to
true.
get out there
and vote. Vote.
Yes.
And I want to also say this. I'm not a savior, right? I don't feel like I'm coming to save a community, or I know more than people in the community. What I am doing is representing and hearing and seeking out information to help our community. Not that I know it all, right? Not that I feel like I'm a messiah or anything. I mean, that it's so ridiculous. I just think that people need representation for what they believe in and what they want. And that's the role that I want to play in our community.
And I think you'll fit well as that. And you know, not to take anything away, but to give you your flowers. You're a strong Black woman. So take that. Take charge of that. You're not coming to save the day, but you're coming to save something. And the people need you. And the little girls and boys need to see someone that look like you. That's from all walks of life. I don't care if they're Black, white, Asian. So they need to see what you look like and understand that, hey, you know what? I could be a Juwanna too. I could be a Miss, you know what I'm saying? I could do that too. She does this, that, and the third. She has an education. She sells house. She does affordable assist. All these things. You're a conglomerate. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Don't do that, because you know what? Sometimes when I walk in a room and I say I'm the hood motivator, people minimize me until I tell them, hey, I'm graduating with my doctorate in 2027. I got my MBA. I got a project management. I served in the military at the top tier. Ooh, don't play with me.
Don't.
Just because I look like this, do not play with me. So I'm telling you, don't let them play with you.
Okay.
Don't play with it.
I can't let them play with me.
Don't let them. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to show out in September 9th, right?
September 4 through 7. I prefer that.
Okay. We showing out 4 through 7. We showing out. We coming to support her. We're going to let you know. I want to be there. If I could be right next to you and whatever we can do to support you. I saw that you put out there what you needed and all that. And I said, let's get behind it, King.
Thank you.
Let's get behind it.
I want to say one more key thing, too, because you have to be registered to vote in District 5.
Okay.
So if you live, let's say, in Riverview or Brandon, you can't vote in District. So you have to be registered by.
Let them know. Let them know.
You have to be registered by August 11th if you want to vote September 4 through 7 or on Election Day, September 9th. So the key thing is registered by August 11th, and you do that through the voting registration process.
There you go. So you heard it from Councilwoman District 5, Juwanna, that you gotta be registered to vote in District 5. You cannot live nowhere else. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I live at, but I don't live there. But I'm gonna be right there to help her or whatever. I'm supporting. I am supporting the Hood Motivator, supporting. And thank you for just giving your information. Let's talk about like your education too. Let's talk about that.
So I am a graduate. I have my bachelor's degree in business. I decided I wasn't going to go any further. I just started working in economic development. I have a couple certifications, project management, but business development. Yes. And that's the extent of my education.
That's good.
But I'm always learning. I'm always seeking out information about things that's interesting to me. Now, there's some things that I still happenstance and learn, right? But I think you continually can learn. It doesn't necessarily mean school. It could be podcasts.
Reading.
Am I not learning? Are people not learning anything from the
podcast?
Heck yeah. Different books, reading. Even I learn stuff from social media. I know some people say, oh, social media is this. It's how you use it. I feel like I learned a lot of things. I learned new recipes. I'm not a cook, right? I don't really like cooking, but
TikTok,
but I learned a lot of TikTok. I think it's how you utilize things, and you can be a lifelong learner and not necessarily go to school.
I tell people all the time, always to continue to learn. It don't, like you said, it don't have to be in school, but get next to the person that's smarter than you. And you shouldn't be the smartest person in the room. So your team, and I tell my team all the time, if I'm the smartest, then I'm not moving forward. And I let them know that. And they understand that. When I walk in a room, I try to gravitate to the smartest person. So I could pick, even if they're younger than me. Because they might saw some things that I might have overlooked. So I'm 44. I'll be 44 in July. So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, overlook younger or older. I want to be able to just learn. I'm a sponge. You know what I'm saying? Teach me.
And that's how we have to be.
Yeah, teach me.
We always can learn. I think I learn something new every day. I think I said this the last 3 days that I can remember vividly, that I learned something new.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. I think as humans, we're supposed to. Never stop. When you stop learning, I think you fail. I know you will fail because you don't know what's coming next, and you don't even care. Because I think sometimes when you stop learning, you just stop caring.
I think if you stop growing, you're dying.
You're dying, yes, right? You're not trying to evolve. You're just standing in that one cubicle, that one box, that shoebox that somebody told you might be scared to even get out of it, but get out of the box.
Oh, they tried to put me in a box. That's
don't
a
let
key word. I'm not letting them.
Let's talk about that. Let's what kind of box they try to put you in? Because right now, like I just see you, your energy is radiant, and don't let them. We don't have to specifically talk about it. Let's just make sure that they don't let them put you there, because I see where you're going. And like I said, we're here to support you and to understand and make sure that you get into that district seat and do what God wants you to do.
Thank you.
God got a plan, so you know what I'm saying? So
I don't think he would have put it on my heart and within my mind if it wasn't for me to do.
Where was you when he did that?
You know what? I can't even make something up. Some people may make something up. I don't know. I can't even tell you where was I. I just know that I received it and I just made the decision.
That's dope.
I don't remember if I was laying in bed or if I was in my car. I don't know. I can't answer that. Okay. I just know that it was.
It's in your heart now. Yeah, and you have to do it.
I have to do it.
That's it. I love it too. And don't stop. We here. You got to be relentless, and I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Your posts and you strategizing, and you know, how's your team going though?
My team is going well. Very supportive. I have a lot of volunteers. Okay. I have people who reach out just to give me motivation, even if they don't live in the district. Again, we just talked about that. Right. Even if you can't vote, just the support or sharing it with someone who is in the district goes a long way. Okay. If you're not able to vote, but you're able to donate, and it doesn't matter. I think one day on 4th of July, I think I asked people for $7.04. Yeah. And some people sent it to me, which is helpful because it goes towards the campaign. Right. So, that was genius,
too. Yeah. So let's keep doing that and keep coming up with little schemes so we can support that number that they gave you so you can help that marketing and that promotion. And I don't know because I've never been in politics, but my grandfather, he did the same thing. He ran for councilman in Long Beach, so I saw how strenuous it was. So do not let the stress take you out.
I won't. I went to the gym this morning. They're not about to hurt me.
Yeah, there you go.
They're not about to... I don't want my motivation or my soul to be dimmed because of this. If anything, it should be something that I'm happy to do and want to do because I want to represent my community. I shouldn't be drained from it. Now, some days you may be tired, but it shouldn't be a battle to just want to represent your community. Okay. And so I told myself I was not going to let it do that to me or stress me to the fact that I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. Yeah. So I do things to help me maintain my normal life. Right. And that's what I'm going to focus on too.
And continue to focus on that and continue to put God first. And remember too, before we end, I always tell people, but I want to tell you that faith is a substance of things hoped for, right? And the evidence of things not seen, right? And that means that mustard seed is so small, like it's not seen. So whatever you're doing, you have to put your whole heart into it. And when God is behind you, people could tell you, oh, we know what's going to happen. We know where we're going with this. And at the end of the day, learn from every situation. Learn from everybody you come in contact with that's going where you're going. And pick their brain and understand and let them love on you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't allow that, but let the good energies come because you're going to remember that when you're sitting in that office and thinking like, wow, I'm here now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to remember this conversation that we had like, wow, like the Hood Motivator told me I would be sitting right here.
Oh, you're going to be right there with me.
I'll be right there.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to say, now, what happened with this?
Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah. We're going to talk about it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're here for. But tell the community and your fans how we can locate you, how we can find you, tell them about voting and everything.
Okay. Thank you again. I appreciate you having me on here, and I appreciate you for listening and considering me as your councilwoman. Yeah. My social media is my name, Juwanna Colbert, on Instagram and Facebook, and that's where I post everything. Now, I do have a Juwanna for Council Facebook, but I'm just being me, so I'm going to use mine, right? And then I'm going to update people on when to vote, what areas District 5 is in, because I know it can be a little confusing. So just follow me and DM me if you have any questions or if it's something you want me to be made aware of, please feel free to do so.
Right. And be aware of the negative energies and surround yourself with good, positive people and prayer. And stay prayed up. Every morning you get up until that race is done. You know what I'm saying? You stay prayed up. And when you win that race, stay prayed up. Because when you get in it, that's when the job starts. It doesn't start now. It starts right there when you get that seat and God has said, okay, you asked for it. Now it's go time. Yeah. And now I'm telling you, it's go time. It's go time.
And I want our community to go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Hey, you heard her, District 5.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Hey, thank you again for coming on to my podcast and just blessing my platform. And we're going to do this again for another hour, but I know that we all got things we got going on, real life situations. Let her get back to the council seat. Let her get her strategy right. Thank you again. Do you want to leave us with any motivational quotes?
I think the time is now.
Time is now. Yeah. Hey, thank you guys again. The Hood Motivator, out. Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah. There we go. You know, we're going to do it again, but I wanted to make sure that we do this for you and appreciate you and love on you. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. What's going on, everybody? Hey, check it out, man. It's your boy, the Hood Motivator. I want to tell you right now about my book, From the Block to the Board. It's on Amazon right now. You guys are definitely sleeping if you ain't got that book. It's an ebook, so I need you to go on right now, stop what you're doing, and go get my ebook, From the Block to the Board. It's on Amazon right now. Let's talk about it when you get it. DM me if you have any questions. See you later. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, check it out. Motivators, I need you to tap in right now. My Motivators Circle, I am now joining the school app, SKOOL. I need you to join me there. October 15th, I'm launching my courses on my school app. Motivators, I need you to mount up. I need you to log in. If you believe in everything I've been doing, you've been following my journey, I need you to log in and get that school app on your computer, on your cell phones, and I need you to get on ASAP because I'm about to start teaching some courses. I'm about to show you how I got from that to this. I have a course right now called Get in Front of Your Ugly. That right there is going to be coming off the block hot. Get in front of your ugly. Tell your story. Follow me on my school app. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel too. YouTube, The Hood Motivator. JR out. What's up, everybody? Hey, check it out, man. I just want you guys to get introduced to my water, Aqua Beato water, proud sponsor, ambassador. 2026, we're about to blow season 3. Tha Motiv8tors Table, proud sponsor, Aqua Beato. This water right here is spring alkaline from North Carolina, from the springs. So, hey, if you guys love alkaline water, tap in with Aqua Beato. I'm a proud sponsor. Thank you. Boom.
God has you in this room for a specific reason and a specific time. And the reason why we're doing that is shifting. And we're catching the vision, right? Are we catching the vision? Now I'm about to activate your gift.